There are cities in DFW that most people do not put on their list, not because they're a bad fit, but because most people have not even heard of these cities yet. And Fate, Texas is one of those cities. In this video, I want to give you the honest feedback of what it's like to live here in Fate, Texas. The house prices, the commute, the food, and even the schools, all of it. I'm Kenneth Holland, your local Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home here in the East Dallas-Fort Worth area, please call me. I'm gonna walk you through 4 things about Fate, Texas, where it sits and what the commute to Dallas actually looks like, what homes are costing at different price points, the local food scene, because yes, we do have good food out here in this area, and a quick notice of the school districts. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Where is Fate, Texas? Okay, Fate, Texas is located in Rockwall County. It's a very small county. It's right off of Interstate 30, about 30 minutes to downtown Dallas. You got direct access to I-30, which makes it one of the better commuter corridors in the Metroplex. And I know that I'm gonna get some heat from all the locals out here because yes, traffic can be bad, but honestly, it's not as bad as it is in other areas. But there is construction going on and on I-30 that you need to be aware of. But once that opens up, it's gonna make the commute so much better. On a typical morning, you're looking about 45 to 50 minutes to downtown Dallas in rush hour traffic. Now, if your job is somewhere like Garland or Mesquite, then it's gonna be a little bit less, of course, because those cities are just right across the bridge. What you're going to notice when you drive out here is going to be that the density drops, and that's because it's still a small town and there's still room for growth. You're going to see a lot of new construction neighborhoods, but also because you are in the small town area in this part of the corridor, the East Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, there's still a lot of homes with land. So it still gives you more of a country vibe out here in Fate. And so for a lot of buyers, that change in feel is actually very appealing. You've got that more laid back small town vibe, not just the price, but it's actually gonna be the experience out here. So that brings me to price, the price of some of the homes out here in Fate. Let's talk about that. Okay, so let's break it down. What does it actually cost to buy a house here in Fate, Texas? So newer construction starter homes, production homes and master plan communities, they're gonna be starting around the mid to higher 300Ks. Now, this isn't a 20-year-old house. This is brand new construction in brand new neighborhoods, or some of them are existing neighborhoods that they're just adding on to. But along with these neighborhoods, a lot of them have hiking trails, a clubhouse with pools in them. This price point has largely disappeared from the DFW Metroplex, but it's right out here. So for example, right out here in Wood Creek, this is a very well-known master plan community in Fate. There's a home for sale for $385K. Now this subdivision is very popular. It's off of Highway 66. So Highway 66, a fun note about that, it will actually get you all the way to Dallas because 66 eventually turns into Forest Lane and will take you all the way where it dead ends, I think somewhere around Webb Chapel, around that area. But it'll also take you back the other way and get you to Greenville. So this development has multiple clubhouses. It also has a very well-established hiking or biking trail throughout the entire community. And it has city parks, like there's pickleball, there's also basketball. I mean, this is a very well-known neighborhood here in the Fate area. There's a good mix of new construction and also existing homes in this neighborhood. Okay, so now on the upper hand, brace yourself. We're not talking about $1 million. Now you might be able to find a property out here for $1 million, but most of them in Fate aren't going to be going for that price. More on the higher end in Fate, you're gonna be up around the upper 500Ks, and they can go more for sure, but that's around the average what you're gonna look at. And with that, you're getting larger lots, more established neighborhoods. For example, this home right here that I'm showing you is listed right now for about $475K. That's not bad. Okay, now here's something I want to mention, and this part comes from my 20+ years in construction. In a new construction neighborhood, which is a lot of what you're going to see in Fate, especially with the in the 300K mark. When you're buying in there, you've got to pay attention to the lot grading, because a lot of the new construction production homes, master plan communities, not a lot, but there are going to be some where the grading is not the greatest. There's actually a lot more than what I like to mention, but you don't want a swamp in your backyard. So you've got to make sure it's graded correctly. And there's a few ways you can go about that. And so if you'd like me to help you out with that, I can definitely help you out there. I can bring a transit laser level out there and figure out the way the lot's grading. Because some lots do require French drains so that the water will drain off correctly. The last thing you want is to move into a home and you actually have a swamp in your backyard because it's not draining towards the area it's supposed to be draining. This is something that I commonly walk my buyers through, especially when we're looking at new construction neighborhoods. Okay, let's talk about day-to-day life in Fate, Texas. And one of the things you are probably wondering is, what's the food scene like? And I'll be honest with you, Fate is not a restaurant destination city yet, but it's growing. And so I'm sure it will be soon, but there are some really good places in Fate. One of my favorite places in Fate is the Fate Creamery. It's homemade ice cream. And so if you're looking like a date night dessert, you can swing on by there in Fate, in the downtown part of Fate, and swing in there for some ice cream. They've got outdoor seating, they have indoor seating as well. And of course, it's locally owned. Now, there's also another up and coming pretty cool feature destination that they have in Fate for food, and it's the Fate Food Truck Park. And that has a few food trucks there. You've got barbecue. There's a good variety. It's more of a relaxed feel, the kind of thing that doesn't make it onto a listing sheet, but matters a lot for your quality of life and when you're actually out here living. I've gone to the barbecue place there, and it's really good barbecue. It can be a little pricey, but it's really good. It's a nice date night. If you want to have the family out, you just come on out and then you can sit down at the picnic tables and eat, or you can just take it to go. But as you can see, there's plenty of restaurant trucks, if you will, to choose from, different food trucks. So the broader picture that I want you to notice is that these are locally owned businesses that are sticking around. And when that happens, it's worth noting. That's a really good sign. Not only this, but there's also a fresh grocery store by Brookshire's. Brookshire's is more like a hometown type feel grocery store. Well, they have a store called Fresh that they've made with their brand, and it reminds me a lot of H-E-B. Now, it's not H-E-B. H-E-B is still my favorite, but this is very close. It comes in a close second, and it's right here in Fate. They've got different demos that they do. You can buy food right there. You can eat it there in the grocery store. There's an eating area, but also, this is one of the coolest things, they have an outdoor seating area where there's live music on the weekends. This is at a grocery store, but it's not like any other grocery store, but again, second to H-E-B. But there is an H-E-B just down the road from Fate, right inside Rockwall city limits. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a quick take on the school districts. I'm a real estate agent, so I can't talk too much about that, but I can share with you what the school districts are that service Fate. So Fate actually has two different school districts that service the city. So it's important, if you're wanting to be in one or the other, that you look at the address and associated school district with that home. You can't just assume because it's in Fate it's going to be Rockwall ISD, or that it's in Fate it's going to be in Royse City ISD, because they both serve that city in different parts of the city. So location does matter when it comes to those school districts. You'll have to check out that and find out that information. Now, I like both school districts. We've got kind of like a little 3-school rivalry, if you will, on the high schools, because we have Rockwall Heath High School and Rockwall High School. Those are both in Rockwall High School, but then in Royse City just recently became, so they compete against the Rockwall Heath and Rockwall High School. And so we have a real fun little 3 high school rivalry, small town rivalry, if you will. Now, nothing beats, of course, Rockwall Heath High School. We call it the I-30 Classic. It's a lot of fun. My son plays on the varsity team. It's a great experience, even if you don't have kids that play on it and you want to just come out and watch some good football. So that's Rockwall ISD is the I-30 Classic. But again, Royse City ISD is a great school district as well. Then we compete, Rockwall ISD and Rockwall Royse City ISD compete against each other too for a fun little rivalry. Good schools, you'll have to check it out for yourself to find out any more information on that school district. By the way, if you're on this side of the DFW Metroplex and you're not sure what your budget can do, go ahead and text me the word FATE and send me your budget, and I'll show you some homes that I can get you in the FATE area or in this area of the DFW Metroplex with that budget. And I want to know also, was FATE on your radar before this video? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's bring it home. FATE, Texas, in Rockwall County on I-30, about 30 miles, 30 minutes from downtown Dallas. Home prices from the 300s to the 500s with brand new construction still available at entry level. FATE Creamery and food trucks for local spots with the city's dining scene continuing to grow. Rockwall ISD and Royse City ISD serving parts of the city. Do your homework and find out which one is better for you. I'm Kenneth Holland, your local Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home here in the East Dallas-Fort Worth area, be sure to call me. And if you want to keep exploring this part of the Metroplex, the East Dallas-Fort Worth area, please check some more of my videos and you'll be able to see more about this corridor.